Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning. This morning has been really slow. I've only taken one trade and it took profit. However, some way, somehow, when price got back to that area, all of my followers entered another trade and it lost. So that is why I am up on the leader account and basically break even on the follower accounts. So I'm gonna have to start going back to what I used to do, which is checking the orders tab right after I'm out of a trade, because I literally don't know what the hell happened. So yeah. We are finishing up the high impact news event from 9 o'clock. So I'm waiting on one more swing. This is the first swing after 9:02. So I'm just waiting on one more swing up and then I'll be able to start trading again. I did get my studying done last night. Definitely discovered that of the 3 trades that I lost yesterday, 2 of them are no longer going to be a thing. I had a feeling about the counter trend divergence trade already, and then the crazy thing is when I, same thing as something else that I spoke about yesterday, had it written in my trade journal to when I analyzed that particular setup, had it written to not trade that pattern, basically because it had only set up one additional time in the last 8 weeks and it lost. And on my cheat sheet, actually, now this time I did already have it on my cheat sheet. I had that particular volume pattern written like in parentheses because I wasn't all the way sure how I wanted to trade it or if I wanted it to be like a thing. So I went ahead and I removed it from the cheat sheet altogether. We're not trading that. So that was one of the losses. The other loss, I can't even remember, but that one will end up being mitigated as well. And yeah, so I should have only had one loss yesterday, and I actually did miss a trade that I didn't really pay attention to, and then there was a second trade that actually was valid as well that I didn't even notice happened. So yesterday I should have had like 10 trades total. There should have been one loss, one trade that didn't get filled, and then there should have been 8 wins if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that's what it was supposed to be. So 8 wins, a loss, and a trade that didn't get filled on the entry. Yeah. So it shouldn't have been a bad day at all. Good morning, Amelia, and good morning, unequivocally me. How are you guys doing this morning? So yeah, I feel like at this point oh, that's what it was. The other trade from yesterday that I lost was a pullback to a weak minor level that I had. And so same old thing, kind of went back and realized that I already kind of had a hunch on what I wanted the volume pattern to look like. But because I just didn't have all the data that I wanted yet, I didn't like quantify it yet. So it's all good. It's quantified now. So yeah, 2 of those 3 trades are kaput. So I'm just glad that I still had a great day yesterday despite that. But we'll see what happens today. I mean, FOMC is tomorrow, so we might not get very much movement. I only had the one trade, and that trade was taken at, well, actually it was taken right at 8:30. Now with us having the 8:45 medium impact news as well as the 9 o'clock high impact news, typically when those two are put together in a day, I don't really have a whole lot of setups before 9 o'clock. just because of how, like, before the 8:45 news, I stopped 5 minutes beforehand. So really, I've only given myself 10 minutes to trade. I restart around 8:47, but I need to see a couple of swings happen first. And then I stopped trading 7 minutes before high impact news. So really, I only had about, let's see, 10, like 16 minutes to trade out of the 30. So I'm not surprised that I didn't really have much going on this morning. And it's all good. So let's see what the market gives us for the rest of the day. Let's see, is my levels in order? Minor. Yes, they're back in order. So cool. So yeah, let's just see what happens here. But yeah, I cannot believe that I had this stupid order issue. And I always keep my positions tab open at all times. And I have the orders tab right next to it because it probably is important for me, especially as I continue to copy trade. Probably is important for me to just quickly click the orders tab, make sure there's no pending orders, no hanging orders. I still don't really know how it happened though, because when I got into the trade that won, the followers won with it. So for price to come back there a couple of minutes later and trigger all of my followers, but not the leader, it's very awkward. I don't really know. So we're going to start making sure we click the orders tab right after I'm out of the trade, because even when I have trades back to back, it's pretty easy for me to just quickly click the button. So I'm just going to do that for protective measures, because that kind of made me mad. The only reason why I'm not as mad as I should be is because technically the trade shouldn't have won. Technically. If I go back, I'll show you guys. It was one of my alternate divergence trades here. You guys can see it was a pretty big wick off the top. So technically it shouldn't have been a win. However, because there was no volume in these, well, actually, price skipped through when the reversal bar painted, so I didn't get filled until we, hit this bar, this outside bar. So my entry was like a little bit higher than what it was supposed to be, so I kind of got lucky there. So I really can't be mad, because technically I should be 0-1 right now, but I still can be mad because where the hell did those orders come from? I don't know. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The only thing I am going to want to look at, and probably because of how this trade ended up happening, I might look at the volume patterns. If you guys notice on the trade, if I can get to the open. So if you guys notice, I was trading going back towards a support level here, right? So usually, and I don't know if I need to keep this as a thing, but normally if it's a support level, I'll only take like buys going back to the support level. So let's say reversal bar paints here, I'm looking to get into a buy, I'll take that. So I will probably look at, this will probably be the one thing I look at today. Now that we have been trading going back towards the support and resistance levels a little bit more often, I have noticed that it's mainly been the first support and resistance levels, which I never trade going back towards. But because I'm not really having to focus on any other part of my strategy right now I can kind of look at stuff like this, because by the time I look at this, I probably won't even do sales going back to the support or buys going back to the resistance. So we'll see. We will see. All right, so I wanted to see if we're going to actually clear this level, because we tried to change bias here. cleared the first part of the zone, but not the second. So technically the bias is still an uptrend until we completely clear. What's something else that I looked at yesterday? I also looked at trades that are going back towards, so like let's say we have like a little bit of structure that creates here, and then we create a divergence trade that goes back towards the zone after the previous reversal bar reacts off of the zone. Initially, I thought that I wanted to see a specific volume pattern, but that was not the case. I basically still need to trade my regular strategy of how I trade that particular divergence setup, just trade it the normal way. The only reason I thought I needed a specific volume pattern is because I didn't have enough data yet. That's all. And I have kind of drastically redefined the rules of my divergence trades within the last like 3 weeks, I would say. So yeah. And that was one of the losses from yesterday. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, we're reacting off of the VWAP right there. And we have officially changed trends, so I can delete the other zone. Good morning, Online Safety. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. All right, too much of a push. I was looking for the sale off the bottom of the zone. Like I told you guys before, I used to like completely avoid that, but come to find out, my volume requirements for that particular setup at the time just wasn't right. So I'm like, it should work. Like technically that could be used as a resistance level or as a support level, especially if it wicks off the bottom of it or wicks off the top when we are in an uptrend bias. So we've gotten that handled as well. We are trading at my major level right now at 864.50. We'll see how we push through. The close of it will still be at the level, so no buy here. We would be rotating over the level, so just be patient. Oh, okay. I have to go back and watch Nutty's video from yesterday. I didn't see that he's gonna start trading all of his accounts on stream. Say no trading off stream, accountability. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I do wonder what's making him copy trade versus just continuing to trade one account at a time. Could be that his confidence level is increased. I don't know. Like I understand the whole premise of not more or less of trading one account at a time. I get it, right? But the only thing that I see that, you know, can really pose an issue is when you are trying to do that and you're trying to trade all of your accounts that day. you're kind of putting some of your accounts at risk, because the accounts that you are trading later in the day when volume has dried up, when volatility is practically non-existent compared, of course, to the beginning of the day, you're putting those accounts at risk for kind of no reason. So even if you don't copy trade all of them, if you at least like kind of group trade, so say you have 20 accounts and you trade half of the set in the first 2 hours or an hour and a half, and you trade the other set for the first hour and a half, I just feel like you have to have kind of like a stopping point at some point, depending on your strategy, of course. But one thing that I did notice, like, and I even mentioned it in Alpine's stream probably last week or something, because or it could have been 2 weeks ago, he was trading evals, I think, in the beginning of the session. Right after his open, he was scalping the evals, and then scalping the evals and being successful with it, he would then have the confidence to move to his PAs, but then he would start losing on the PAs. And I'm like, do you think that maybe it's not necessarily your strategy? I mean, it could be, but do you think that it's because by the time you build up the confidence to get to trading your PAs, you are so much later into the afternoon session that volume and volatility has dried the hell up? So even if you're going for 4 ticks or 6 ticks, you would think that that's nothing on the Nasdaq, but based on the way that he trades, that could be a lot to ask for in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. For me, like I told you guys, I'm going to be copy trading. I'm not doing this one account at a time thing. I can't, especially with me only being on for 2.5 hours every day. The most I'll do is just have one set that I always start at 8:30, and the other set I don't start until 9 o'clock. But that's it. But even the ones that I start at 8:30, I would still be trading with after 9. So that's the only thing that I would do. He's starting with 7 accounts. Got you. Because he had quite a few that he could have converted, I think. I can't remember. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Rio. How are you guys doing this morning? So it's going to be nice to see like how he adjusts this way. Because when you're copy trading, maybe it'll help him to not go on tilt so much, which for some people, it doesn't matter how many accounts they have to copy. They're going to go on tilt. But I definitely wonder if it'll help him in that aspect, because he knows that all of these accounts are in jeopardy. But I do like that he has up there like what his rules are for copy trading, because it can kind of keep it in front of him with having the daily profit target and the daily loss goal. I don't want to say goal because it's never a goal to lose, but being able to at least stop yourself at a certain loss. But I have to watch his video from yesterday. I forgot to. I pulled it up and then I think I got distracted watching his update video, because I did see on I think it was the thumbnail, that it said like major changes were coming or something like that. So I'm pretty sure it was in regards to how he was going to start copy trading. And why did I move that up? I have no idea. It needs to be there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm actually surprised I had as many trades as I did yesterday. But because of how many trades I had yesterday, that's what kind of made me feel like today I was not really gonna have very many setups. Because I don't know where it is. I think I did write it down in my journal. Normally, the week of FOMC, I have the least number of trades to take. All right. So FOMC week last month, I only had the first day there was 8 trades. So that Monday it was 8 trades, and that Tuesday there were only like 7 trades. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 trades. There's way more trades typically on that Wednesday. Then Thursday, typically decent, and then Friday is usually almost nothing. So I'm curious to see if the pattern continues, because I'm pretty sure March was the same way, where the week before FOMC I have a ton of trades to take, but then the week of, not as many. Well, that was a pretty big push off of the VWAP. I really kind of want us to get away from this major support level. I tell you guys all the time, the major support and major resistance levels create like a zone. I just don't have it colored because I don't care if it's an outside bar, inside bar day, or normal bar. But it tracks that. So that's why when we're getting to the bottom of it, we resist so hard typically, because it's trying to figure out if it's going to trade back into this zone or not. And same thing when it's coming down from the bottom. And that's why I typically don't take trades around it. But like I told you guys the other day, I can take my regular pullbacks at the levels. It's just I can't take divergence or anything. So right now it's just about being patient and getting the next setup. I definitely decided that we are going to carry the balance forward on the 50K account that renews tomorrow. As much as I was like this close to still just going ahead and bombing it, I think it's just like, I don't want to say PTSD, but I'm just thinking about months ago. This was before I started trading more volume based, but the one other time where I carried a balance forward, because in the process of trying to fail it, I got it back to the a positive balance and full threshold. The one time I did that, I failed the account like within 2 weeks, and all that did was prolong me being able to trade the account again, because if I typically wait a week after renewal and I only take 3 weeks to trade an account, imagine if I fail it 2 weeks out. Now I'm basically waiting like 3 weeks to trade the account again. So that's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know. But I feel like the last couple of weeks, as I've been like paying attention to the trades that are causing me the most issues so that I can refine the rules, I just feel so much more confident in the strategy. And then yesterday was, good morning, Granny. Yesterday was kind of like my confirmation of, look, chill, you got this. We didn't really create structure below this yet, so I really want to see us do that before I take any trades. You see, we changed the bias right here, but there's been no structure really below it. So I don't really feel comfortable taking this trade right here, because this is a true support zone right now. Now, if it pushes through, maybe I'll think a little bit different, because technically this did, like, we had a bar that opened below it. Maybe it's a little bit different if this reversal bar closed on it, but it's looking like we're going to reject enough for, yeah, so my strategy is invalid now anyway for that. So it worked out. And there you go, there's the loss. But the trade invalidated itself, so we're good. Good morning, Truth Seeker. Good morning, Clarity. How are you guys this morning? Are those free or paid indicators for Ninja? Everything on the chart that you guys see is free, actually. The market structure indicator is free. I literally just discovered it a couple months ago in a free Discord, and I absolutely love this indicator. And then the only other thing that's there, because the market structure indicator is what shows you the rotation levels and all of that stuff. Oh, there's one pay indicator on here. All of the support and resistance, that's from ninja.co. And then all the other lines that you see is order flow VWAP. What is it? Order flow VWAP, the current open high low, the prior open high low close. And that's about it. $190. All right, let's see if we can. Nope. But yeah, so almost. No most selected bar. Okay. So almost everything is free. Hello, is it possible to trade on both sides at the same time and close one side when possible? Sam, can you rephrase your question? Because I'm not really understanding it. Are you saying, like, can you be in a buy and a sell at the same time? Is that what you're asking? It's good that this trade invalidated itself, because that would have been an immediate loss. $377. So, to be honest with you, I don't know, because I've never done that before, if I'm being real. Yeah, I've never done that before, so I wouldn't even be able to tell you. All right, so we're getting like a random volume spike. $377. What I do know is if you use, actually give me a minute. I'll be able to answer it for you. Just hold on, because the way the market's moving, I just feel like I need to pay a little bit of attention. But I'll try to Google it for you, because I do know that, like, whenever you do most things with NinjaTrader, you have to, if you want different ATM strategies to go for different ones, you have to like reset the ATM strategy. But I don't know if you can buy and sell at the same time in an account. So I'll do it on my phone because I know for sure I won't be able to do it on the computer yet. Can you buy and sell at the same time? NinjaTrader. All right, no sale. Zigzag is green. Good morning, Applejack. Good morning, Applejacks. And close one side when the market is going in one direction. Are you more so saying like a OCO order, like one order cancels the other? So like let's say you wanted to put a buy up here and a sell down here, and if it triggers the buy, then it cancels the sell. Are you saying that you want to be in two trades at the same time, one a buy and one a sell? Maybe that's where I'm getting confused. Yeah, Applejacks, I only had one trade so far this morning. But somehow there were pending orders sitting there on my follower accounts that was not on my leader account. So minutes later, when price got back to my initial entry that I was already out of, it put me into another sale at the same price minutes later, and the followers lost the trade, and that's why their break even versus just being in profit. But like I was saying earlier, the only reason I can't really be mad is like technically I should have been wicked out of that first trade and it should have been a loss, so I'll take the break even. But that trade happened at 8:30 and I haven't had any setup since, so that's not that great. But with there being 8:45 and 9 o'clock news, I only have 16 minutes to trade in the first 30 minutes of the session. So not surprising to not get very many setups at all. Plus, usually Monday of FOMC week, I have the most trades. And then Tuesday and Friday, I have the least number of trades for that week. So we'll kind of see what happens. 2 trades at the same time. Let's see. You're pretending the market doesn't exist for this week because last week. Okay. Understood. What do you feel like happened last week? Did you change up anything? Were you not paying as much attention? Did you not follow your rules? What do you think was up with last week? I have found out that the week before FOMC week is the best week ever for my strategy. I get significantly more setups the week before FOMC. All right. Buy long one contract, sell short another contract. Okay, so according to NinjaTrader support, and this is something that was posted, hold on a second. This was something that was posted in 2011. $365. Wait, what? That doesn't even make, oh, 5, 6. All right. It says You would need to work each side of the trade on an individual account. Otherwise, you would just be flat if you're trying to flat if both are working on one account. So there's no way to be in a buy and a sell on the same account. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, so he's not even, well, technically, yes, it's hedging, but you can't even do it. You can't even do it. And just so you are aware, I have seen Daryl Martin respond on Facebook posts saying that if you are short, let's say on the Nasdaq, but you are in a long on MNQ, that you can do that in the same PA. I have seen him say that. However, he just discourages it because he's like, by the time you like, what's the point? You cannot be doing it from like a gambling perspective. If you have two separate strategies that are setting up at the exact same time, that's a totally different situation. Because I have also seen, and I've posted this before, no, wrong apex. But yeah, I have seen him say that you can do it. But you can't be doing it from a hedging perspective. FOMO, greed, impatient. Patience made you act like Applejacks. Oh my gosh. At least you know. You was fighting demons every London session. Baby, you should have just been sleeping. You had a question? I'm sorry. Yes, can you repost it? Because I didn't see it. It's not showing up on my side at all. You don't spam my chat. But no, repost the question because it does not show up on my end at all. You can do it if it's on different calendar expiration, for example, June. You can do it on the same contract. I'm going to see if I can find, matter of fact, I'll find it on the computer so that I can put it up on the screen for you guys. Because I used to be really active in the Apex Facebook group. But ever since Discord came about, I stopped. But I'm pretty sure I remember how to find this answer. So I always go back to it. I just got to remember the guy who posed the question. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I always find it. Actually, let me screenshot it so I can just make it really big for you guys. And if you're in the official Discord, not Discord, if you're in the official Facebook group, you can find this. You could just find this particular guy. Make sure I'm not missing a trade. I can't take the next sale. All right. So the person asks, can I sell MNQ and buy NQ at the same time in one PA account to execute my risk natural strategy? Keyword, same account. So Daryl says, yes, in the same PA you can, but you're going to pay bid offer spread and a lot in commissions. Just get out, take the loss or profit, and re-enter when you're ready. This risk neutral strategy is just about ego of not wanting to take a loss and just cost you money in commissions and bid offer spread. But if you want to, so long as in the same PAs, go ahead. So I always refer back to that when people ask me. I have a screenshot, I think, in my phone. I would just have to find it. But the answer is yes, technically you can do it. But it's kind of, to me, Daryl is a trader himself, so he understands certain things. Certain rules are put in place because if you are trying to be a successful trader, you just shouldn't be doing certain things, right? Like what he said about going long NQ, short MNQ for your risk neutral strategy. It's the same as how I feel about people who do the martingale strategy or DCA, whatever you want to call it. When you're consistently adding two losers, maybe adding once, like, all right, I see a resistance level here. I'm going to enter right now. Oh shoot, it's going against me a little bit, but it's still reacting inside of the zone. So to mitigate a little bit of the risk, I'm going to add one more contract right here. Cool. That is not what people are doing. People are literally continuing to add and add every 5 points, every 10 points until either they blow the account or after, being in the trade for so long, you got into a sell and clearly this is the time that the market is switching to an uptrend. So you've continued to add so much that on practically every single entry except the very last entry, you've lost. But the last entry, because it's so in a different place on the chart, that one won. And that one win kind of covered all of your losses from all the other entries that you've entered. Why can't you just accept the loss? Like, is it ego? I don't understand. Because to me, it looks like you can't accept a loss. If I entered a sell down here, and now I've added here, and now I've added here, why can't I just accept that, hey, you tried to sell at the bottom of this particular swing down, you were wrong, it's time to start looking for buy entries. But this is literally what people are doing. Sell here, sell again here. Now we're going to sell again here. So now if the market actually reacts right here, which this probably won't because the VWAP's here, but if the market was to react here, right, and price was to get down here, this trade won, these two entries lost, but if it comes down far enough, I've been able to mitigate those two losses. Just accept the damn loss and move on. That's just how I see it. It's a ninja question. Go ahead and ask it, Amelia. I promise you it's not showing up in my chat at all. Sometimes it'll show on the YouTube side, but in OBS, for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't happen often. Someone will tell me that they wrote something and I can't see it at all. The other thing I learned, stay away from the morning session for now. Really? Yes, it's ego. Next time, ask me something hard. I can't believe you don't like the morning session. I'm telling you, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. I just feel like with the market moving the way that it does, even if it's a slower market, it's still usually so much faster than everything else we have to deal with. I just love it. But I'm also crazy, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I just, the shortest amount of time that I can be on the charts to make the type of money that I want to make, which I don't really have big. Honestly, you guys, if I could just make 10 grand a month, I would be 1,000,000% satisfied. Like, I don't need much more than that. Now, am I going to push for more than that? Absolutely. But I don't ask for much. What version? I got you. Yeah, that never showed up, but this one did. The version of NinjaTrader that I prefer is 8.0.26. I believe that 8.0.26 and 8.0.28 were the last good versions of NinjaTrader. Once they got to the point where like you import the license key online and do all that stuff, they just really effed up the platform. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah, I've been trading 8.026. Now, at one point I did attempt to upgrade to 8.027 and my charts were freezing, right? This was not this past December, but the December before that. I'm pretty sure. So I tried to upgrade, and it was clear that it was the Rincos because I didn't have anything else on my chart but the Rincos. Now, at one point, I had my entire setup. So then, like, over time, I would just remove one thing. So eventually, I stopped trying to upgrade because every time my charts would freeze like that, it's in the middle of the week that I'm trying. So then I would have to uninstall and delete my entire NinjaTrader folder in order to downgrade. So then when that happens, you lose all of your trade history and all of that. So I got sick of it. And I got sick of NinjaTrader telling me it's the third-party vendor, the third-party vendor telling me it's NinjaTrader. Everybody was pissing me off, right? So then I tried to upgrade to 8.028, same thing. And then eventually I said, well, it's got to be the Rincos. It would take longer for my charts to freeze, but it would still freeze. And it would give me this like chart lock, deadlock, right lock issue or something. So it wasn't until like probably the summer time that NinjaTrader finally admitted that they were the problem. I'm like, I told you that 6 months ago, and you told me it was me. Why didn't you tell me it was me? So yeah, so I haven't tried to upgrade again, which honestly, it's no point for me to. The only reason why I would need to upgrade at this point is to, oh wait, I forgot I have different rules now for this. Let's see, 557, give me 1 second. Because we got some new rules for this particular trade. And we've now invalidated it. So now I need to wait for... I almost forgot that that's a new rule. What is that? 874. We have a pullback to a weak level is what this is right now. All right, so we've revalidated ourselves on the trade. It's just a matter of if price is going to react here or not. We'll see. If you want to move, it's trying hard. If this bar closes down, it's going to invalidate it for sure. There's 1600 volume in this one little itty bitty candle. What do you want to do? All right, that's it. Okay. You're upgrading. You've upgraded. Oh, you're welcome, Amelia. Hey, Dex. Yeah, so back to NinjaTrader. Eventually, Ninja did tell me that they were the problem. But the only reason why I would need to upgrade at this point is just whenever I want to go back to trading a personal account, which is going to take a very long time for me to do. Like, I need to make as much money as I'm going to make with before Apex forces me to go live, which is basically $1 million is what it looks like. So I won't be trading a personal account anytime soon. I don't know if you guys saw Trades by Matt's last video about his payout, his next $40,000 payout, but he kind of addressed when people were asking like, why don't you trade a personal account, which he actually does. But he made a really good point of like, all in, he's like $7,500 into, you know, Apex fees. And at this point, he's withdrawn $160,000. Do you know how hard it is to grow a, let's say, $8,000 account to $160,000 without completely over leveraging and damn near hitting margin requirements on a personal account? No. So, and the only reason I would have to do it if I go back to a personal account is because 8.026 is no longer supported for personal accounts with the NinjaTrader. So yeah, kind of screwed there. But yeah, too much news. I have to keep back testing and watching it live to get a handle of it. Well, at least you've identified it. Now it's just about like, maybe if you're already in trades before certain news events, having to get out, and especially like high impact news and maybe some medium impact news, having to get out and see if there's a way for you to re-enter after news does whatever it does. Because the way that the book just completely dries up right before, especially the high impact news events, that definitely affects the results of your trades. Absolutely. So you've identified it, but now it's a matter of, how do I quantify this? Like, how do I adjust my strategy to where this either doesn't affect me anymore, or I'm able to kind of move around it a little bit? But that's always where journaling comes into play. Always, always. I need this to pull away from this a little bit more. But yeah, you can go back, Tom. Sorry. If you ever want to downgrade, first of all, anytime you download any NinjaTrader version, always keep the file. Always. But I believe if you have a favorite like last version and you don't have the file anymore, I believe you can email NinjaTrader support and they will just tell them what version you want and they should be able to email it to you. They should. But whenever you downgrade, just so you are aware, it's not as easy as just uninstalling it. You have to uninstall it, and then you also 874 557 874 557. Hold on, sorry. I thought we were going to get a push up there. But anyway, so anytime you uninstall NinjaTrader and you are downgrading, specifically downgrading to an older version, you have to make sure that you delete your documents folder as well. Well, not your whole documents folder, but make sure that you delete the NinjaTrader folder that's inside of your documents folder. You have to remember that part of it. Have to. Because otherwise, when you attempt to downgrade, it's going to tell you that you have a later version and you can't. Now, the other thing is, if you're going to do that, what I like to do, if you want to keep like all your templates, whether it's workspace templates, templates for indicators and stuff like that, always copy and paste that folder off to the side. So like anytime I'm upgrading, I pretty much know I'm going to end up downgrading because I was having the issue. So I just had a folder that said NinjaTrader on it on my desktop, like on the desktop screen. And I just copied all of my templates and workspaces over. And that way, because some of my indicators that I have, like, you know, I have custom colors, I have custom line types, whether it's dotted versus dot dash, you know, those kind of things. And I don't want to have to redo all of that. So always make sure that you save that part. When you delete the folder, you also have to remember to remove it from the recycling bin. And then that way, once you go ahead and reinstall with an older version, you can always just drag and drop those. Well, I wouldn't drag and drop, copy and paste your templates back into the now new NinjaTrader folder, and then you'll be good. Applejacks, you are crazy. Have fun. Have fun. You're welcome, Tom. But yeah, even with Ninja saying that they fixed it, by the time they acknowledged that they fixed it, I feel like I tried one last time to upgrade and I still was having an issue. I feel like I could be wrong though. I definitely could be wrong. But maybe I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. All right. No buy here. Unfortunately, the way that these two candles formed, I can't take the buy here. This is a weak level again, and it painted right at the bottom of the zone, but it hasn't pulled back to it. It's at 835.25, which is what I would need to see before I could trade it. But we have too much volume in this swing already, so I can't take the downtrend. Can't take the sell, so we wait some more. Got an hour left. On days like this, what I'm most happy about is my ability to have patience, not force anything. But I honestly believe that that's because of the fact that I've been developing a very clear, concise, rule-based strategy. There's no room for me to overthink. There's no room for me to force anything. Any trade that I get into that's invalid is literally just simply because I forgot the rule. That's it. That's it. Didn't I lose a trade like this yesterday? I think it's gonna push up before it invalidates itself anyway, but maybe it won't. If this trade is valid, which it looks like it's about to validate itself, I'm not gonna take it because I literally, the one last loss that I couldn't mitigate from yesterday out of the 3 was this, where it's rotating on the bottom of the zone. Everything else is setting up properly like it was yesterday. It's just we're at the bottom of the zone. So now the way we're rotating over the bottom of the zone probably would make it more valid than yesterday, because yesterday I remember this candle wicked on the bottom and then this candle, it went through the body, like the bottom of the zone went through the body of the candle. So this is a little bit different. But based on me not really having setups today, I don't want to end up negative because I take this trade when I could possibly have learned my lesson from yesterday. So even if it wins, I'll just let it go and I'll be okay with it. And maybe I'll just have to pay attention to how it rotates over the level. Because technically this should be a support level. However, it being a support level kind of doesn't matter because we're trading inside of the zone, you know? So we'll see what happens. There's like 1400 volume in this candle right now. So we'll see if there's enough to push. Now, if this candle closes down first, it will invalidate itself, but it looks like it's going to close up. There's 1700 there. $2,000. There is so much volume in this candle. All right, let's see what happens. But I am 1000% okay with sitting out of this. Part of me has a feeling that it was how it rotated over the bottom of it, and part of me is just like, it's just because it rotated, period. Because this zone is supposed to really create a resistance zone, but if we reject immediately, then it's a support zone, and there we go. This is why it's so important to pay attention. Pay attention to the things that causes you losses. attention. $4.52. All right, let's check the orders. There's no pending orders, so I should not have any issues. All right, that was just a simple sell off of the sell rotation level. Had the sell rotation level there, a support level there, well, support slash resistance, and we had the VWAP there, so there was quite a bit of confluence. We did get a little bit of a pushback here once we kind of were trying to clear this low there, but overall a good trade. All right, this is a weak pullback level again. Too much volume in this swing up, so I have to sit out of this one. Excuse me. Let's see, the high is 829. The VWAP is at 29.16. So we're gonna count this as a VWAP touch because we're within one tick of it. So because of me counting this as a VWAP touch, I can't take any divergence going back towards it. And my charts are freezing, lagging a little bit. It's not freezing, but it's definitely a lag. Which happens, well, it hasn't been happening lately, but most of the time when I get this little lag like this, the lag spikes, it's typically like within the first 10 minutes after 10 o'clock for whatever reason. And then it'll usually go back to normal. What does a 5-minute chart look like right now? Doesn't look bad. All right, let me put this over here. $285. Trying to see if it's going to reject off the 820 level. All right, now things are a little bit different. All right, that's invalidated. Which I had a feeling. There wasn't very much volume in that candle right there, so I'm not surprised that this sell invalidated so fast. $8.54. Oh shoot. I did not expect that huge spike like that. Damn, I was hoping we could put, I was literally one tick away from it. No, I was 2 ticks away from my take profit. It's all good. All good. Curious to see if this is gonna close down. All right, because I do know that, what was that last? I don't even remember now. Let me see something. 473. All right. Okay, this is a bit much. This is a bit much. I definitely just missed this trade right here, but the chart was just moving so damn fast, and it would have won too. But it's all good. I couldn't even like scroll to look at the freaking volume because the swing just pushed so much. But I was looking for it. See, it was a new high or low. Yep, perfect setup right there. Now trades like that I miss don't really bother me because I can't help that there's this huge volume spike out of nowhere and the volume's just moving so quickly. I'm cool with missing trades like that. It's when I have time to analyze it and I just completely zonk. I just completely zonk out. But that was definitely a great push up. I would have been filled. It was this push right here. Absolutely would have been filled right here, and it just took off right after. Probably, it definitely would have taken profit in a second, maybe 2. Let me see. 7. Yeah, 2 seconds. But no biggie. We got a support level here. So for this trade right here, right, we had a support level, we had the prior low, and we had the new session low. So there was like 3 things to push that. However, I still look for a specific volume pattern when I'm going off of the session high and low because it is still important. So that's why I needed to still validate the trade, but it happened too fast for me to even see. Come on, y'all. This is the most this is the most I've seen the market move after 10 o'clock in a very long time. Kind of scared. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I think it's this. One day I'm gonna come in the chat and act normal one day. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. So I do have a question, Applejacks, if you're still here and you can hear me. Have you been learning anything new since you've been watching him stream? Because he just started streaming again yesterday, right? I think I saw that he's doing a 3-day live stream workshop or something. I feel like I saw. Have you been learning anything new that you feel like you can apply to what you're doing right now? See, 7. My goodness. Let's see, maybe more. I have a feeling that Alright, I can't take this buy off of the session low. Because we haven't really been trading toward or at the session low lately, I gotta kind of look at my cheat sheet too. Ooh, that was valid too. Oh wait, no it wasn't. Oh wait, yes it was. God damn it. This is so irritating. I would have been filled on that one too. Let's It's moving too fast. I missed 2 trades off of the low. This one was invalid. This one was valid. It's just moving too fast for me to validate it. But I can say that like over time, as I remember my rules and stuff, this will be like so far and few between. But I just got to get used to seeing it. Because honestly, after 10 o'clock, we don't typically react off of the session high and low that ding on fast. We don't. Now this one's a little bit different if it pushes here, because if the zigzag changes, I have to break even. And I didn't get filled. You motherfucker. What the? Y'all see that? I couldn't even get filled. Finally had what I could take. This one was invalid. That one was invalid. This one was valid. This one was valid. We got no fill. After missing 2, would have been nice to get a freaking fill. But yeah, that one was a little bit different because with the zigzag being the same color of the direction of the trend, if the zigzag changed to seller pressure, I would have had to get out. But it happened too fast for me to be filled, which you guys can see. We had no drawdown whatsoever on that trade. Like it hit here and just skipped on up. But yeah, The two trades I just missed off of the session low, I'm not even mad about. Some of my rules though too, I just have to hammer it into my head because I have been changing things so much. Sometimes it's hard to remember certain rules, or you remember the old one and not the new one. So that's why I definitely had to look down at my cheat sheet to see what am I looking for off of a new session high or low, because honestly I freaking forgot. This one I remembered because it's pretty easy to remember this one since the zigzag was the same color of the direction I was going. But damn. So I've taken 3 trades. I'm not counting the trade from the freaking ghost order that only hit my followers. So I've taken 3 trades, but it was supposed to be 5, and there was 1, 2, basically 4 wins and a break even so far today. Not bad. I'm just surprised it all happened basically after 10 o'clock, but that's a little awkward. Yeah, because there was only 1 trade at 8:30, and then there was 10:01. We got a break even at 10:08, and I don't remember the time of the other 2 trades. Well, I guess 3, 4, 5, I guess 6 trades, because I do count this as a trade. I just wasn't filled, but that made you guess. Listen, I cuss like a sailor, I ain't gonna lie. I try to filter it when I'm on here, but he's mostly confirmed some things I've been seeing, which is good. That's always good, especially when you learn from someone. Like, there's nothing better than learning from someone, taking their mentorship, coaching, course, whatever, and then subsequently when you start to trade it on your own, and let's say they have a Discord or something and they're posting their own trades, it's really nice to be able to see like, oh shit, like I took the same exact setup. I always think that that's pretty dope. Always nice. And it just helps you like gain more confidence. Like, okay, I really was like learning this stuff the way that I was supposed to. I like when he goes on rants about what you should and shouldn't be doing, the psychology part of it. So that's mostly why I listen. I feel you. See you later, Tom. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Yeah. See, for me, I was just trying to see what his strategy was all about when I was watching his videos. So the rants just drove me insane because I'm not here for that. But if I was already a student of his, absolutely, it'd have been way different. Way different. I would have appreciated the rants. But I was just like, sir, you've been ranting for 20 minutes. I thought we were talking about the strategy today. I did actually yesterday. Hold on, I'm trying to see if this trade is going to invalidate itself or not. 792. And there's the invalidation. Yesterday, one of my friends gave me the link to some guy's YouTube where he has some free indicators on his website. One of which, like if you like volume profile, he has an indicator where it doesn't work on Rinkos, of course. Most indicators don't. But if you trade like 5-minute charts and stuff like that, you can put the volume profile on each candle. And so also what he had available was an ICT concepts indicator. And again, doesn't work on Rinkos, but sometimes I just like downloading stuff just to see what it is. It wouldn't help me with my particular strategy, but I thought it was pretty cool. So if hopefully I can find it pretty quickly. This one. But yeah, it shows like the order blocks and the FVGs and all of that stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool. I do have like another indicator that I found a while ago in the user app share, the free indicators from NinjaTrader. And it's like a fair value gap one too, but it doesn't include order blocks and stuff. But yeah, I downloaded it yesterday and I was just like, oh, it's pretty cool. Because, like, for me, I know that there are certain people who don't like indicators. They feel like indicators are all lagging and all this other stuff, and it doesn't help you, and you need to be able to trade with a naked chart. But I think that stuff like that is pretty cool, especially for people who are just learning. I think it's pretty cool. And for people like me, like with my strategy, for instance, right now, right? I don't have time to be analyzing shit. The only thing I literally analyze for the most part is volume, because I can quickly look at what the charts look like at the time that the trade is attempting to set up. There's so many variables that'll tell me, oh, we're not trading this right now. Like, for instance, if this goes up and comes back down, I'm not trading it because we be rotating over my yellow line, which is where my minor level change from a downtrend to an uptrend. Even though my bias is a downtrend right now, whenever I take these particular setups, I do not take them if they rotate over my change level. I just don't. So I don't even need to look at volume for this particular trade. So I can quickly analyze the chart to see if a potential setup is even there to begin with. Then from there, all I'm doing is looking at the volume up down indicator and just taking trades from there. Like I said, with those two divergence trades off of the session low, look, it happened too fast. All right. It just happened too fast. The first one, I had to flip my cheat sheet real fast to go even look what the hell, what's the volume requirements I even have for this, because I can't tell you the last time we traded off of a session high or low. Right. So just little things like that. Once I can get those things hammered into my head, I'll be great. But it's just a matter of getting there first. It's just a matter of getting there. You agree with the ranting? He ranted so much I ended up adding ranting to my strategy. I am weak. He does do that. He definitely does do that. It's like he just goes off on a tangent. He forget why he's here. He just be in his own little world. All right, so I'm definitely not interested in the divergence buy right here. First of all, there's not enough volume in this swing currently anyway. And I would want to see it push down quite a bit further. But yeah, still not enough volume in this swing down for me. So once it gets there, then I'll look. All right, well, we've pushed too far. I didn't know you did live show. Strength to you. I'll respond later. Going live is not easy at all. At all. Especially when you have days like the day that Alpine is having. Like, who wouldn't want to just shut that shit off? I don't know if, I know lately he's been trading his open strategy, so I don't know if he traded it this morning on stream or if he had already traded it and still came on live. But he lost all of his accounts, it looks like, except one. And it looks like he's trading an eval and he's not doing well with that either. That's hard to do in front of people. Ego or not, it's just hard to do. Most people struggle losing in the comfort of their home with no one looking. It's hard. And I can only imagine, like I told you guys, me and my mindset, I don't care. Like, I'm putting my strategy together. But when you've gotten over $200,000 in payouts this year alone, and you have a day like today, that's hard. That's hard, especially because we don't even know if the 1 day pass is going to extend. And I do remember him saying a couple of days ago that he did not have any evals in the chamber like he normally does. So to not have evals already ready to convert, the 1 day pass is ending today. Unless they extend it at some point, you know, he will have trouble keeping the pace of his payouts because he won't have any evals to convert quickly. The 1 day pass, as much as I feel like it can encourage gambling behavior, people are going to do that regardless. Like, how many 1 day passes have we had 90% off sales, and y'all have seen me still trade one contract, and that's that. Because why gamble it if I know my strategy's not ready yet? It doesn't matter. But for people who already have a set strategy, the 1 day pass is great for them because they don't have to wait an extra 7 days. They can just take 1 day, maybe 2 days to pass and get straight to PAs to start working towards a payout versus waiting a week. A week and a half really is 7 trading days technically. But that's rough. No, it's Alpine that did. Yeah, Alpine did. I think the last time he lost on his open range trade was February 20. I feel like it was the 29th, 22nd, 29th, somewhere around there. Well, hello, Venue or Venure, I'm not sure, but welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. But yeah, he's been doing well though. It's like, and the biggest thing for him is he always tells people how risky it is, how at the end of the day, any trade that, especially with the open range trade, because he knows what his edge is. Like, I think at this point he's only lost twice since like November or something. So it's difficult, but at the same time, if you know that, hey, this is just something that doesn't really happen often, it's a lot easier to stomach it, right? All right, so that would be I don't want to take that. So this is something else I do. Like, I know I'm not interested in this buy at all. So I'm looking at how the buy is setting up to see if we get a pullback for the sell, if I would even want to take it. Now, this particular one I don't want to take, but it looks like it's going to invalidate itself by pushing up too far anyway. Actually, it's kind of back valid. Right now I have a rule where if it starts with this particular pattern, so you can see lower high / double top, higher low, lower high. I don't really like double top starts with those. So that's why I'm sitting out of it. Now, if it wins, I might have to relook at that though. But I definitely have on my cheat sheet no double bottom, double top starts. And that's what this was. So let's see what happens. I would still be in the trade if I got into it. All right, and we got to push through. So besides the trades that, like, if I'm selling going back towards the support level and vice versa, besides that, this is probably the only thing that I would look at. But I'm pretty sure that I haven't even been tracking it, because once I make something like a solidified rule like that, I don't even write the trades down anymore. So, and it could just be that at the time that I made that a rule, it was something important at the time based on whatever my strategy rules were at the time, and now they might not be that way anymore. 280. That's gonna invalidate itself, it looks like. Yep. Yeah, that trade invalidated itself. Here we go with these trades off of the low. Ooh. I almost got into that. I was not supposed to. Wanted the zigzag to change first. Yeah, he was. Oh, wait. Nutty's been taking trades? Oh, no. I was definitely wondering if he was going to be a lot more hesitant on taking trades with him copying and keeping everything on the stream for accountability purposes. I mean, I feel like Nutty is transparent enough to where people like really shouldn't question him. Because even when he takes trades like after the stream or even off the stream, he still shows his P&L and stuff. My problem is with people who are negative while they're on the stream and they always come back like the next day like, oh yeah, I traded after I ended the stream and we got back positive. Why is that always a thing? You know, but they don't show you that most of the time. Like Nutty will literally show like, all right, y'all, I got off the stream. I continue to trade. Here is the chart literally showing my trades. Totally different. Totally different. So, but, you know, as he's continuing to grow, he's pushing 10K subscribers. So as he's continuing to grow, of course, you're going to have people who come in like, oh, you're trading off stream because you don't want us to see, or it's a lot of times it's you were negative on your stream account, but you're positive on all these accounts that you're trading off the stream. Like you're trading it while you're streaming, but we can't see it. So what you doing different over there? People just be in people's business. What do we got? 30 minutes left. I'm definitely gonna have to look at this double bottom, double top start though, because that set up perfectly. Did I say if I was gonna get filled or not? Oh, definitely would have gotten a fill. This was the trade right here. So these two candles here definitely would have filled me. One of the two would have filled me. And then we would have just took off from there. So I'll be re-looking at that because I'm pretty sure there was totally different rules at the time. And I just didn't have enough data to really quantify it. So I just wanted to avoid it altogether, basically. So at least for sure, 2 trades that I missed because volatility was so high at the time that were wins. Then we got that one. Let me go through my Excel sheet. Oh, you know what? I almost guarantee you that I put that I couldn't have a double top, double bottom start because when I started the back test, there was no data at all. Now I wonder, when I started tracking everything in my physical journal was the first week of March. No, the second week of March. So I'll just have to go back and look. So I want to do Let's look at, oh, this is my pen that went out. Then what was the other? Oh, I want to look at the divergence when the previous bar. But specifically, all right, I want to look at that. Make a note to myself. I should be able to go through both the data for both of those fairly quickly. That would be it. Wasn't interested in that sale. I'm not interested in the buy either. So I'm just kind of waiting around to see. But we got 20 minutes left. We'll see if I get any more trades. But if I don't, I am 1000% satisfied with today. Besides my follower accounts being put into a trade that my leader never got into, that I'm not satisfied with. But the rest I can deal with. All right, looks like we're pushing down. Oh, shoot. All right. Interesting. I was looking for the sale, but I needed it to pull back to like 745 and it did not. So we wait again. Now this trade sucks because I just stopped taking divergence trades after a 1 bar pullback. So that's trash. I'm so mad I missed those 2 divergence trades. That's gonna be stuck in my mind for the rest of the day. Because those 2 wins would have put me like maybe 750 away from being funded on one of the 25Ks. So that would have been nice. Would have been nice. I don't really like that trade much. I don't take this trade often, and I would want to break even right at that line, which I don't even know if it'll get to. Yeah, I'm glad I did not take that trade. I'm really close to getting rid of this setup altogether, if I'm being completely honest, because it doesn't set up enough for me to care about it. So seeing it lose right here has me like, yeah, so I'll probably go and look at that. I just think I'd rather not trade it at all. The pattern was kind of created because of this 1 bar pullback anyway. So yeah, because this wouldn't have been a higher high if this 1 bar pullback didn't happen. One, two, three. Now, if that was one of my regular trades that I take, I would have had no problem taking it. I still would have tried to break even here. But yeah, I think this particular trade setup, I don't want to take anymore at all. When I tell you I probably only have maybe 3, probably today would be the 4th example, maybe. So it's just not enough for me to care. Setting up 4 times in 8 weeks is not. That just lets me know that the setup is a rarity to begin with, so why even care? Because if I care more about the A++++ setups, that wouldn't be one for sure. Because in 8 weeks, I've probably had, I don't know, maybe 200 setups, 250. So four trades out of 250 is, it's pointless. looks like it's gonna set up again right here. This will literally be the same exact setup as this one. If this sale happens, it'll be the same setup as this. Now it could be something where this one lost, this one won, we cancel each other out for a break even. So I'm curious to see what'll end up happening with this one if it closes down in time, which it just did. I would just get filled just now. And there would be the TV. So I guess it's not the most terrible thing to just end up break even, but I'm definitely gonna have to go back and look at all the other times it's set up, because if we're kind of just break even across the board, then we're definitely just gonna get rid of this setup. Which one of my other setups, that particular pattern where it's the lower low, higher high, higher low, or vice versa for the sale, there's one setup that I cannot take. Out of the 3 pullback trades that I have, that setup, I cannot take it. So we will see what happens. But I'm pretty sure I just don't want to trade at all. Let's yeah, it's looking like I just wouldn't want to trade it. Stalled there for too long. I would have been looking for the sale because this bar came one tick from the session low. But now we've pushed up too far, so we wait again. Got 10 minutes left. Yeah, I don't know how I want to. I'll definitely look at that. So it's setting up again, right? But this one would be invalidated because we pushed off of the VWAP first. So I'm not worried about that one. This trade was almost validated, but this swing literally has one volume less than what I want it to be. One. And now it's completely invalidated because we have a green zigzag. But yeah, the volume of this swing was 792. The volume of this swing as it was painting this outside bar was 791. And I was looking for it to be at least one volume more than that swing for the push down. But we didn't get it anyway. Is Nutty in a trade? Wait, how did he only end up in a trade on one account? Wait, if he's copy trade, how did that happen? Oh, you know what? I wonder if he didn't have it turned on. That happens to me a lot because the you'll think the copy trader is on because you'll see that the leader is like this brown color and then you'll see the followers as gray, but you have to like actually click the button at the bottom to turn it on. And I believe it turns off whenever you close NinjaTrader. I think you could change that. I can't remember, but I always just have it to desync when NinjaTrader closes. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a first touch. It is. I was looking for the sale, but I can't. This will be the first touch of my major level if this bar closes down below 754.50, which it looks like it's not. Now that changed the trade to something totally different. And I can't take that trade, so we got 4 minutes. See if anything happens in 4 minutes. Husk and Methodical are in the same trades right now. Alright, let me look. Still nothing. got 3 minutes left. I highly doubt I get anything. If in the next 3 minutes this pushes down, pushes up, and creates some divergence around here, I might have a trade. But we'll see. Did he call me? Oh, no, he didn't call me. Has 6 contracts on one account. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. I think the most I've ever done is just forget to have it on. I might have had one time where, like, I had more contracts than I was supposed to because you know, I was trying to fail the account the previous day, but I caught it like so fast. Like as soon as I got into the trade, I looked at the P&L, I said, and I just killed that one account. Because I definitely always keep my positions tab open, and anybody who trades with a trade copier, please always keep your positions tab open. I don't care if it's inside of Rhythmic, inside of NinjaTrader, if you trade Tradevate, if there's a way for you to always have a positions tab open, just do it. Because when you are copy trading, there is always a chance that you are not filled on one account. And if you're trading 20 accounts at a time, are you really going to sit there and count 1, 2, 3, 4? Like, you're not going to do that, right? To make sure that you're in 20 trades at the time. So, all right. That's where we're ending today. Again, satisfied with the day aside from the stupid order issue that I had. And then just me completely missing the, hold on, I have to turn it off, unlock it. Completely missing the 2 trades that were divergence off of the new session low. Like I told you guys, I can deal with that. The volume was spiking. We haven't traded there in a while, so I'm just, and it just, honestly, the problem was the charts, you know, were kind of not really freezing, but it was just a little slight lag because the volatility was so high pushing, and because the chart, you know, moves to the left as we continue to hit the right edge. That really was the biggest problem. Like, I'm having to squeeze the chart because I need to see volume over here. It was just too much, but it's okay. We still ended green, so I'm happy about it. Again, this account renews tonight basically, and I'm just pretty happy that I did decide yesterday to multiply the contracts. And again, it was really just to see if, you know, we had a red day, if it would just fail, but it's all right. We'll carry the balance forward tomorrow instead of having a fresh reset. I am less than $1,000 away from passing this account, so that's pretty cool. This one renews on Sunday, so we're going to carry the balance forward with that as well. Pretty close to having full drawdown on all the accounts, so that's great too. So essentially took 3 trades today, 2 wins and a break even, but these had an extra loss in there from phantom orders that I did not realize were there. They're the follower accounts, so why would I think it's there if it's not on the leader, you know? But that's okay. So that's where we are. Very happy going into tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a session where I have way more trades, because historically speaking, with FOMC week on that Wednesday of FOMC, I will typically have the most trades that day, and if I compare it to the other days of the week. So we'll see what happens. I'm just hoping that I can keep the green streak alive, but we'll see. But yeah, let's see, even better. I had 5 accounts. First time using a copier. I had 15 contracts on. Oh my goodness. You learned your trade copier lessons. You absolutely did. Yes, you learned your lesson. That's the one thing I double and triple check now, but I'm glad that I used this copier versus the Apex one, because honestly, the old one, like I said, I never had issues with, but that new one, people always talked about it desyncing, and they're not really being clear videos to explain some of the properties and stuff. So I only had like 2 times where I forgot to turn this copier on. Now that's the first thing I do when I get on. I draw the overnight high and low, and then I turn the copier on, and then we're good from there. So, but yeah, have a good day, Rio. I thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully we have a great day tomorrow, even though we have some red news, because y'all know red news days are my favorite. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.